Hi, readers. Our read aloud this week is called Owl Moon. It's by Jane Yolen. It's this fantastic book about a boy and his father who go owling. Now, let's take a sneak peek to think even more what it's about, because what I said might not be something we've ever heard before. Owling. And the book is called Owl Moon. Let's take a sneak peek and see what we can find. So, I actually just have the front cover on this recording because there's no back blurb and there's no table of contents page. So let's really use our thinking skills on this first page to think about what this book is about and to decide how we should read it. So you'll notice it's called Owl Moon, but what does that mean? The moon looks like a full moon to me. I'm noticing the kid and the adult. I'm noticing it's really snowy outside. Looks really peaceful. It's making me think how I should decide to read the book already. Here's our next page. I think that's the little kid about to walk outside. Look at the picture. I think I'm going to decide to read this in a very calm, peaceful kind of voice. The pictures look peaceful. Owl Moon looks peaceful. I'm going to read this book in a calm voice. I'm not going to read it in a silly voice or like a very excited voice. It seems like a very peaceful kind of book. Now, during this book, we're going to do a lot of thinking. There's a lot of words that are really descriptive. We're reading this book because on Friday, we're going to be practicing writing really descriptive stories. And this book, Jane Yolen's book, Owl Moon, she does a really good job describing things so well that you can picture them in your head. So, let's start reading. It was late one winter night, long past my bedtime, when Pa and I went owling. There was no wind. The trees stood still, as giant statues. And the moon was so bright, the sky seemed to shine. Somewhere behind us, a train whistle blew, long and low, like a sad, sad song. Picture what this looks like and sounds like. I'm even seeing how bright it is, even though I know it's nighttime. It's the night. But look, it's so bright out. And then I'm picturing this train. The train whistle blew, long and low, like a sad, sad song. I can hear it. I could hear it through my woolen cap Pa had pulled down over my ears. A farm dog answered the train, and then a second dog joined in. They sang out, trains and dogs, for a real long time. And when their voices faded away, it was as quiet as a dream. We walked toward the woods, Pa and I. Now picture this page. Stop and think with me and imagine what it looks like. Let me read this part again. A farm dog answered the train, and then a second dog joined in. The farm dog answered the train. So we're hearing the train, and then a dog starts making noise. That's what it means when it says answered the train. Have you had a pet that's done that before? When they hear a loud noise, then they start barking or howling? So listening to the train and the dog, they sang out, trains and dogs, for a real long time. And when their voices faded away, it was as quiet as a dream. Think about what that means, as quiet as a dream. so quiet. My dreams are quiet. So quiet. The sound of nothing. Our feet crunched over the crisp snow, and little gray footprints followed us. Pa made a long shadow, but mine was short and round. I had to run after him every now and then to keep up, and my short, round shadow bumped after me. But I never called out. If you go owling, you have to be quiet. That's what Pa always says. I had been waiting to go owling with Pa for a long, long time. Okay, think about what you think the word owling means now. I know we were thinking that it could mean like maybe they were hunting owls or catching owls, or we even had thoughts like they're going out and just going to look for owls. I've never been owling before. If you go owling, you have to be quiet. Makes me think that they're going and looking for them. Let me see the next page. Again, he called out, and then again. After each call, he was silent. And for a moment, we both listened. But there was no answer. Pa shrugged, and I shrugged. I was not disappointed. My brothers all said, sometimes there's an owl, and sometimes there isn't. We reached the line of pine trees, black and pointy against the sky. Pa held up his hand. I stopped right where I was and waited. He looked up, as if searching the stars, as if reading a map up there. The moon made his face into a silver mask. Then he called, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo," the sound of a great horned owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. Think about what this means. The moon made his face into a silver mask. We thought about it and we thought it might mean the moon's reflection is so shiny that maybe his face looked shiny and silver. We walked on. We could feel the cold, as if someone's icy hand was palm down on my back, and my nose and the tops of my cheek felt cold and hot at the same time. But I never said a word. Think about that. Think about how this would feel if you were walking in the cold like that. If you go owling, you have to be quiet and make your own heat. We're going to stop here today, and we're going to keep thinking about what these words mean. We're going to notice and think.